Hi everyone, I am Shivali Gidrwal and you're watching ConsultEase with ClearTax. In this video, I am going to discuss about a judgment of Supreme Court and why this judgment is very important. 400 various petitions were disposed of in this particular judgment, and this was a judgment in case of Messrs. Falco Trade Centers Private Limited. Transitional forms are going to reopen on the GSTN portal. First of all, I would like to explain in brief like what is a transitional credit. So when GST was introduced in India, there were many different tax regimes. So there were input tax credit which were laying in the balance of the taxpayer at the time of transition, that is the first day of GST. So that input tax credit can't be used in GST unless and until it is transitioned into the GST regime. So there was a form which was called Tran 1 and Tran 2. There were two forms basically which were used to transit that input tax credit laying in the balance of taxpayer in the earlier tax regime into the GST. So that window to file those two forms were open only for 60 days, and there were many technical glitches. So most of the taxpayer were unable to file those forms, and for many years their input tax credit is not transition into GST, or they are facing some kind of litigation. Like earlier also there were many cases in the different high courts of India, and there were many decisions in the favor of taxpayers also. So looking at all of those decisions and all of those litigation issues all over India, the Supreme Court has decided that now the portal will reopen for the filing of transitional form from 1st of September 2022 to 31st of October 2020. So for 2 months the portal will reopen, and now you can file your transitional form. Even if you have not filed it earlier, you can also revise your transitional form. So earlier the facility to revise transitional form was not available, but now you will be able to revise it. So remember, if you filed it earlier, only then you will be able to revise it. It doesn't mean that you will be able to revise it like any number of times, right? And even if you have not filed any petition or you are not at any level of litigation for the transitional credit, still you can file your transitional form. So it's going to be a very good news for all of those people, all of those taxpayers whose input tax credit was not transitioned into GST, because ITC balance on 1st July 2017, that can be huge amount for many corporates, and many of them actually missed that opportunity to get it transitioned into GSTN. But now they can do it, and I think you should spread it to everyone, because since last 5 years I have got so many calls that my transitional credit is like somehow it is not transitioned into GST, or I am at a level of litigation, or I just skipped the form, or I misfilled the form, or some data was given erroneously. So now you can correct it, you can revise it, and you can file it if it was missed in the earlier time period. So that's going to be a very favorable decision for all of those taxpayers. With this important update, I'm going to close this video. Thank you so much everyone.